beats on the track.
What's going on, everybody, man? This is Trucking with 9 to 5 Twaun. So look, what we finna do is talk about what made me become a truck driver, where did it all start, and how long it took me, and how the process went for me. So this is the beginning of Trucking with Twaun, man. I'm gonna just introduce myself. No, Trucking with 9 to 5 Twaun. So this will be on my YouTube channel, 9 to 5 Twaun, which my primary purpose for my channel is being a rapper. My YouTube series, my YouTube show, Journey of a Rapper, that's the primary purpose of my YouTube channel right now, is being a rapper, taking y'all through my journey. But this, what you're looking at right now, this is Trucking with 9 to 5 Twaun, where I tell y'all all about my trucking. Just everything is just about trucking. Everything. We just gonna strictly talk about trucking. It might be a little bit about being a rapper here and there. I want y'all to like my music. I want y'all to give me feedback on my music. I know y'all gonna like my music. I hope y'all like my music. I want y'all to give me feedback, but I'm not gonna try to put too much content about my rap career in this show, which is literally all about trucking, 365, 24/7, 365 every single day, man. I'm gonna try my best to keep it strictly about trucking and trucking only, because this show is called Trucking with 9 to 5 Twaun. So let's start here. When I started, let's just talk about some things. What made me become a truck driver? When did I start? Why did I become a truck driver? Let's just get on those things. I wanted to become a truck driver when I was around 21 to 22 years old. I'm not gonna tell y'all how old I am now. I'm a little bit older than that, but I'm not gonna tell y'all my age just for confidentiality purposes. But besides that, I want to say around 21 to 22. I can't remember the exact time. I remember the exact day I went up to truck driving school. But even before that, I really remember just saying, like, I was in a bad place in my life. Like, I probably had a job that paid minimum wage. I was probably somewhere trying to figure life out. I went to college for 3 years. I started off in culinary arts. I ended after a year of culinary arts. I switched my major to computer programming, which I love computers and I love technology. So that was a good career field. Computer programming, being a software engineer, that's a great career. Those guys make a lot of money. I believe Mark Zuckerberg was a computer programmer, or I want to say a software engineer. And a lot of his friends were in college. I guess the guys, don't quote me on that. Disclaimer. I know it's a movie. I think The Italian Job or something like that, or whatever. And side story, The Italian Job, it had a scene where a guy had stole the software to Napster while his roommate was sleeping. And I don't know the guy's name, his full name by heart, but that guy is like a famous computer programmer. He's a millionaire now, and I think he's a friend of Zuckerberg, or like he knows Zuckerberg or something like that. But long story short, computer programming and software engineering is a great career. Those guys make a lot of money, and a lot of the earlier people that were computer programmers and software engineers when laptops and computers was first on the market. A lot of those guys are millionaires because if it wasn't for them, the internet wouldn't be what it is today. So I'm gonna just say this, fast forward, I did not finish my associate's degree. I'm a college dropout. I did not finish classes. I went to Baker College of Muskegon. Then I went to Baker College of Clinton Township. And like I said, from there, I didn't get a college degree. So I started working jobs, factory jobs, any kind of job, all kinds of jobs. In my life before trucking, I had over 40 jobs. So trying my best to survive, pay rent, live how I wanted to live. Sometimes I was just getting by, sometimes I was struggling. But when I was 21, or somewhere between 21 and 22, I remember trying to figure out some career choices, and trucking was one of them. Trucking for sure was one of them, and I actually got a paper in my storage belongings where I have it written down, like different careers that I want to do. So trucking has always been one. Going to the Army has been one. Being a police officer has been one. Those are always my top three. Police officer, truck driver, or just be a soldier in the Army. Those are the three career choices outside of me being a computer programmer, because I'm like, I can't keep racking up debt. We're going to college. Things is not panning out how I want them to pan out, so I stopped going to college or whatnot. So with that being said, like I said, I went up to a trucking company before, and they was telling me that I had a bad driving record, so I couldn't go. They ran my license number, and they was like, "No, we can't accept you. Your license is bad." And I just had probably a speeding ticket, driving with license suspended, probably a year before when I was 20. So that was a negative reflection on my driver's license to the driving school that I went to. So when they told me that, I'm like, well, if my driving record bad, that must mean that this is not for me. I don't know why I thought that. So I waited, I waited a very long time to get my CDLs. I want to say after I was about 21 to 22, I had some good factory jobs in Detroit. I had a lot of good jobs. I had a lot of bad jobs. But the last straw for me is when I had a steel job. It was at a steel plant, a steel factory. And I was working there. And I'm just going to say this. I think I was making like $10 and some change, maybe 11. I was working second shift, go to work at about 3 p.m., get off at 11, Monday through Friday. I was making about $320 a week. I would have to save 2 checks, and I was had to save majority of my checks to pay rent. So by that 3rd check in a month, that's when I finally got some cushion to like maybe buy something that I wanted to go out to eat. But that's basically $1,200 a month. So I would have to save 2 checks and just budget the gas money to pay rent. So I probably would save my 4th check of the month. I would get paid every week. So it was pretty harsh living. It was like I was borderline struggling. I had a job. I could pay my rent. I could pay my bills, the small bills that I had. But at the same time, it was a real struggle for me to live a great life, to live how I wanted to live. So I had my last straw, and I'm like, I'm tired of living like this. I'm tired of living check to check. I'm tired of not being able to travel and do what I wanted to do in life. I'm tired of not being able to buy what I wanted to buy. So once that happened, I finally made up my mind and said, I'm finna make something happen. I'm tired of living check to check. So I was finna either go to the Army, I was either finna be a police officer, or I was finna be a truck driver. Now keep in mind, I wanna say about 6 years after I got denied on going to the trucking school, I lost my dreams of being a truck driver when they denied me. I didn't go to any other trucking school. I just left it at that and didn't even pursue trucking after that. But something that made me, I want to say reiterate, or something that made me rethink to become a truck driver, is I went back to that piece of paper where I had my resumes and just different career ideas and stuff. I know going back to college was not an option. I wasn't doing that. So I got my thinking book out, I got some paperwork out, and I hit the internet to research the salaries of police officers, Army, going to the Army. How much would I make coming in as like an E3? I would have came in as an E3 because I had college experience or whatnot. And how much money I would make as a truck driver. One of the things also, when I used to work security for G4S, I used to be at the truck gate and I used to ask truck drivers all the time, how much you make? How much you make? And I'm like, that's another thing that made me want to become a truck driver, because I used to talk to a lot of truck drivers and they was like, a lot of different guys, I make 70, I make 80, I make 90, I make this, I make that. And I'm like, man, I was telling one of the security coworkers that I had, I'm like, man, I'm finna become a truck driver, bro. Like, that sounds like a lot of money. I'm not gonna lie. It's a lot of people with college degrees that don't make 80 or 90,000 a year. So I'm like, I'm feeling that. And I started doing a lot of research. I wanted to become a Michigan State police officer, Michigan State trooper. On their website, it says they start off at 60,000 or no, 40 or 50,000. I don't know, maybe up from the time I was looking at it. I know it says something about after 4 or 5 years, the most you will make is 60,000. They make more than Detroit police, so that was something I thought about. I want to say I'm basically say this. If I would have enlisted into the Army as an E2 or E3, the most I would make a month is like 13 to 1,500 a month. Maybe a little less, maybe a little more. I don't know specifically, but I remember talking to a recruiter about that, and I'm like, that's not no money. I used to make more than that working in a factory. So he was like, oh yeah, well, we give you these bills and we give you free housing and food. Like, nah, man, that didn't cut it for me. Plus, I'm not gonna say too much about the Army situation, but I know the Army comes with a lot of more serious obligations versus being a police officer and a truck driver. So I prayed about it and I decided to become a truck driver. It's always been one of my dreams. I love traveling. I always love driving my Crown Vic, my car. I love driving places. I always used to be in the car driving around. Driving is something I love doing. Traveling is something I love doing. So me being a truck driver is the perfect career for me. Trucking is what I love. I've been a trucker for 5 years. And that's where it started at, man. Just me wanting better for myself. I procrastinated on it. I'm not even gonna say procrastinated. Once I got denied by a trucking school, I just stopped wanting to be a trucker for about 5 years, when technically all I had to do was wait an extra year for those tickets to be off my license, the speeding ticket and this driving with no license suspended, and I'd have basically been able to start. But I got sidetracked by so many other things in life that I forgot what I really wanted to do until it finally came back to me. So here I am now, trucking with 9 to 5 Twaun, man, living a great life through the blessings of God, by Him leading me to my career path and Him leading me to my destiny, basically. Because like I said, I always loved to drive my regular car. I was in my car more than I was in my house, in my apartment. Yeah, man, I love trucking, I love driving, I love traveling, so this was the best career choice for me. I see police officers and state troopers, them guys have to do a lot. They have to do way more than truck drivers. They have to drive, they have to chase people, they have to arrest people, they have to argue with people, they have to save people. They got to deal with so many people's attitudes every single day, and they got to put their lives on the line and deal with dangerous situations on the side of the highways, on the streets. They get hit by cars, they get shot at. Being a police officer is a real dangerous and a real hard career to do. It's a real hard job to do on a day-to-day basis. Police officers have a harder job than truck drivers, and I'm just being honest. That's just common sense. Can't speak on the Army. I know some guys go to war. That's a very serious thing. That's a very serious life decision also, because most likely you'll be overseas, away from your family and friends, just like other guys in the Army fighting for the country. So that's a serious life decision and a serious job to do, serious career to have. I think jobs and careers are the same thing. I talk about that in another episode. That could be on this show, or that could be on Journey of a Rapper. You know what? Maybe it might be on the other one, Job Fair the podcast. That's what that one's gonna be on, and that's my third show. But before I get into all that, man, I want y'all to like everything on my YouTube channel. I want y'all to subscribe to my YouTube channel, and also I want y'all to share everything on my YouTube channel. I want y'all to like, click, and subscribe. I want y'all to like everything. I want y'all to subscribe to my YouTube channel. And I want y'all to share everything and add me on all social media websites. It's 925 Twaun, man, on everything. So that's my story, man, on how I got into trucking. Where did it start at? Yeah, that's the story pretty much, man. I hope y'all like what I told y'all. That's a brief background, a brief story on how I got started, man. But look, man, trucking with Twaun, man. Keep on trucking, keep on running on roads, keep getting miles, keep dropping hooks, man. Keep enjoying trucking and keep driving safe, man. Trucking with Twaun, man. We out of here. Trucking with 9 to 5 Twaun. Trucking with 9 to 5 Twaun. We out of here.